We vacuum seal everything from my husband's favorite pretzels. Go here and I'll show you how to make brown sugar. It's just sugar and molasses. That's all it is, mixed up in my KitchenAid mixer. And it's so fresh. It's so wonderful. The more molasses you add, the darker the brown sugar. And that's all it takes. And now when you're storing for long-term food storage, all you have to do is store sugar and molasses. You don't have to store brown sugar that gets hard anymore. You keep that molasses in the jar, you keep the sugar in a trash bag and in a bucket, and I guarantee you, you will be able to make brown sugar the amounts that you need and not worry about it getting hard. And then this too, I vacuum sealed. Vacuum sealed. My parboiled rice, vacuum sealed. I got 2 of those left. This is from last year, last fall, my favorite pumpkin Oreo cookies. I got 1. I found a jar of them. Remember I told you when I made that vacuum sealing cookies video, I thought I was out of them? I found a jar of my favorite cookies. That's going to last me till next year when they come out with them again. Because that's a seasonal item and I love, look how thick and luscious those are. Oh my God. Have you ever had a pumpkin Oreo? Lordy, lordy, lordy. They're my favorite. Okay. This is one, remember that tin can I just showed you in there, the number 10 can of corn up there? This is one of those dehydrated, okay? So you save space by dehydrating as well. Might be 2 of them dehydrated. Okay, here's my husband's hominy. I can't stand hominy, but that's for him. And then I have one more thing of potato flakes left up there. But yeah, you can dehydrate anything and you can vacuum seal pretty much everything. Some other things that I have dehydrated and I have canned up. Ready for this? And it needs to be done. Granulated honey. Okay? I dehydrated honey, put it through the coffee mill, and look at that. I have powdered honey. Now we know honey doesn't go bad, but this is really great when you want to make like cookie mixes and things like that and you don't want to use all sugar. You can use granulated honey instead. And that's the better sugars. Here's some more sour cream powder that I dehydrated and put through the coffee mill. Here's my dried egg powder, and I just yolks and all. See that? Isn't that a beautiful color? And there's my seal lids there, my vacuum sealer lids. Coffee creamer, of course, that's already dehydrated, but I do vacuum seal it, and it's in here in emergency. I've got it. Here I have dehydrated. It's pineapple pieces. These are pineapple pieces right here. Ooh, that's good. I'm almost out of them, but the little package of red and yellow and orange peppers, I love those in my soups and stews. And I dehydrate those, and I just take and put a handful in everything. I mean, this really gives a lot of flavor. And listen to that. See the seals up on that? It's because I got lazy and didn't seal it. So when you see one that's not sealed, just set it aside. Here are my oranges, sliced pears, whole pineapple rings. Here I have some emergency instant milk back here. And you can see I taped the directions on here. Date it, label it. We got sliced pears off my tree. We have peaches off my tree. The trees were new, I didn't get that many. I have banana slices. And I can mix any of these together and put them in a Mylar bag and have some travel mix. Car travel mix, what have you. Here's some of my candied pears. These are delicious. They're cinnamon candied pear slices. And I dehydrated them. I canned some up and I dehydrated some of the ones, so I didn't have if I don't have a full batch going through the canner, then I will dehydrate some things. Here are some cinnamon soaked apple rings, some cinnamon sugar, soaked apple rings. Strawberries. This is probably one of my favorite things, are the strawberries. And if you want to soak your strawberries in a little bit of a sugar syrup first, just a slightly sweetened sugar syrup, then when you dehydrate those strawberries and you just eat them like this, like in a trail mix, oh Lord, oh Lord. And you want to come in here once in a while and you want to check the lids. You want to make sure the lids are down, everything looks good. Here I just vacuum sealed. I had made my own. I found the ingredients on my favorite pizza crust mix, and I made it up myself. And I took the label off the pizza crust mix top and put it on there to show that I made my favorite pizza crust mix. And I mean, I duplicated it, and I'll have to show you that on one of these series videos. There is my version of Bisquick mix. Again, it's just vacuum sealed. Well, look at that. It's popped up. So I need to pull that out. It's still usable. It's fine if it popped up, but if they pop up like that, it's got to be checked. I have tapioca. It's still sealed, so I have lots of tapioca. And I put that in a lot of my pies and things. I just wanted to be sure that I had plenty of that. And then here are some Granny Smith apples, and I can rehydrate these and make little hand pies, or you can eat them just like this. That's fine. Now, some other things that I have are dehydrated peas, mixed veggies. These are all things that I've dehydrated and that I have vacuum sealed. And see, I'm just checking the tops. My cheddar cheese powder, which we just used in that video, go right here if you haven't seen it yet, and that's my video to my crock pot macaroni and cheese. Here's dehydrated green beans. Here's some of my really, really delicious dried tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, and I mixed in some of my pre-roasted tomatoes with that as well. And my son, by the way, is supposed to make me this. I'm going to step back a little bit so you can see it. My son's supposed to make me this huge custom cabinet because he's a cabinet maker. And I used to own a furniture manufacturing company. Well, they're not making furniture so much anymore as they are making things like professional bars and kitchen cabinets, wall units, things like that. And my son is a partner in the company now. So, and my ex-husband, they partner together with it. I gave it up. When I walked away from my marriage, I have to admit, I gave away a lot of things. I walked. Sometimes you have to regroup. It's just the way that it is, but I am a better person for having done so. All right, so that's just some of the things, and the reason why we have space is because a lot of it's over here. I've done sweet corn. Here's some more of those peas. Of course, I showed you the sour cream, the mushrooms, mushroom powder, the potato flakes, and anything. I mean, you can even take this Parmesan cheese out of the container, and you can vacuum seal that up. Okay, Parmesan cheese is shelf stable. That's why you can add it to things like this. And I have my beef base and my chicken base. The powdered milk, I can easily take this out of the canister and vacuum seal it in a jar and have it last many, many years. So that's just some of the things. Let's see if I got anything else here. Right, today we're just talking about vacuum sealing. People wanted to know, Jane, what do you vacuum seal? How do you store things? Well, I just keep my baking goods in containers like this. They're not vacuum sealed. I make all of my own vanillas and orange extracts and all that. Coconut extracts, you name it. There's a coconut one there. Lemon, lime, orange. I make them all. And I just put them in a basket here. And I put them in these these had a pumpkin cider in them from Aldi's grocery store. And I emptied them out, dried them out, and made my own extracts. You can go right here and I'll teach you how to make your own extracts. That video is made already as well. This video where I turned the inside of my cabinet doors into a chalkboard, remember that the other day? You can go right here and I'll post that video, and you too can have a chalkboard for your baking cabinet. All of our vitamins are up here, our emergency first aid kit up here. And I like just having this stuff here on a handle, just like that right there. Pull it right out, take it off, get what I need. Here's more cookies, cereals, snacks. Marshmallows does not work. Does not work. Doesn't work. I store my tea in tins, and I store like my cocoa mixes and things like that. I store my drinks and stuff in big containers there, if you can see them. Let's see. See my cocoa mix and my strawberry drink mix that I make. I'll have to do a video on that. I don't think I've ever done a video on that. Okay, and that's that for my dehydrated goods for this year. I have everything else we've eaten. I do rotate my stock. We do eat it. We do make the trail mix when we go hiking. We do eat it. And remember, the only things that you cannot vacuum seal I mean, you can vacuum seal nuts and pecans, but don't expect them to stay good for very long because nuts have oils and the type of oils that go rancid. So eat nuts quickly and don't mix nuts in with your other baking mixes, like pumpkin nut cookies mix. If you're going to give that away as a gift, fine, but write on there that it contains oils and for them to use it quickly. So never vacuum seal anything with oils in it, and never oven can anything for long-term food storage with nuts in it, okay, or oils or shortenings. That's oven dry canning. But as far as vacuum sealing goes, I'm telling you, pretty much the sky's the limit. All cereals, cookies, crackers. Now what we're doing here today, making the soup base, and you can go right here and get that recipe, is we're making meals in a jar next. So stay tuned, because that's coming up. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. Blessings.